talk about the framework that we're going to use to take a look at culture. So, a framework is a structure, it holds up a concept. So, our concept is Appalachian culture. And culture is the way of life of a people, what they believe, what they think, how they behave and interact with one another, and what they appreciate, and maybe what they push away. So, to look at culture, the framework that we're going to use has four elements. Identity, which are those things most directly related to culture. What's the music and the art and the clothing and the food that a people really enjoys? We'll also look at the economy. How do the people make money? What's sold and sent out to the outside, and what money has been brought in that the people use to live? We're also going to look at governance. Who is in charge? How are the rules made, and what are those rules, and how does that impact people? And then lastly, we'll look at interdependence. How do folks relate to those in the outside world? How do they think of themselves and their place in the broader world? So the framework that we look at will have those four elements: identity, economy, governance, and interdependence. Now let's take each one of those a little bit at a time. So the identity of the people has to do with who they are, what they believe about themselves. It covers religion. It covers their place in the world. Who are they? What do they think is valuable? What is it that they turn away from? So the arts, the music, the food, and the passions of a people relate to their identity. Economy has to do with the goods and services that are sold, and then the money that is brought back in. So it's what's valuable that can be produced in the region that can be sent out for money and brought back in. So in the case of Appalachia, particularly West Virginia Appalachia, you might be able to think of the mainstay of the economy, which for many, many, many years has been the base of natural resources, whether it be the timbering or the coal or the gas and the other minerals in the ground. And we'll get into this in more detail, but that is the base, the economic base of West Virginia. The governance, and we'll get into this again in more detail. I want you to look for the kinds of rules that govern Appalachia. So what is it that we do? Who's in charge? What voice do the people have in the decisions related to their governance and the rules that they follow? So be alert for little tips of governance as we go through the 6 modules in this course. Interdependence. Who is it that we interact with as Appalachians in the outside world? Do we stay to ourselves? Do we interact with other states, with other parts of the state, with the country as a whole, or even with other countries? What has been our tradition over time?